भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयम् उदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवती नैष्ठिकी। हरे कृष्णा। टुडे वी कंटिन्यूइंग श्रीमद् भागवतम कैंटो फर्स्ट चैप्टर 19 श्लोका नंबर 25 to 27। तत्र अभवत् भगवान् व्यासपुत्रः
तत्र अभवत् भगवान् व्यासपुत्रः
यदृच्छया गाम अटमान अनपेक्षः।
यत् ऋच्छया गाम अटमान अनपेक्षः
अलक्ष्यलिंग निजलाभ तुष्टः
अलक्ष्यलिङ्गः निजलाभतुष्टः
पृतः च बालै एव अवधूतवेश।
वृतः च
बाले
बालैः
अवधूतवेश।
अवधूतवेषः
तं द्वि अष्टवर्षं सुकुमारपाद
त्वं 28 वर्षं सुकुमारपाद
कर उरु बाहु अंस कपोल गात्रम।
कर उर्बाहु अवंस कपोलगात्रम्
चारु आयत अक्ष उन्नस तुल्य कर्ण।
चारु अवयत अक्ष अन्न सतुल्यकर्णः
शुभ्रु आणनम कंबुसु जात कंठम।
शुभ्रु आननं कम्बुज सुजात कंठम
निगूढ़ जत्रुम पृथुतुंग वक्ष वक्षः वक्षसम।
निगूढ़जत्रुं पृथुतुंग वक्षसं
आवर्त नाभिं वलि वल्गु उदरम च।
आवर्तनाभिवलिवल्ग उदरं च
दिक् अम्बरम वक्त्र विकर्ण केशम।
दिगंबर वक्त्र विकीर्ण केशम
प्रलंब बाहुम सुअमर उत्तम आभम।
प्रलम्ब बाहु स्व अरोत्तम आभम
तत्र अभवत भगवान् व्यासपुत्रः
तत्र अभवत् भगवान् व्यासपुत्रः
यदृच्छया गाम अटमान अनपेक्षः।
यत् रुच्छया गाम अटमान अनपेक्षः
अलङ्गलिङ्गः निजलाभ तुष्टः
अलक्ष्यलिङ्गः निजलाभतुष्टः
मृतः च बालैः अवधूत वेशः।
वृतः च बालैः अवधूतवेषः
तं द्वि अष्टवर्षं सुकुमारपाद
त्वं 28 वर्षं सुकुमारपाद
कर उरु बाहु अंस कपोल गात्रम।
कर उरुबाहु अंस कपोलगात्रम्
चारु अयत अक्ष उन्नस तुल्य कर्ण।
चारु अयतक्षण असतुल्यकर्णः
शुभ्रु आणनं कम्बुसुजात कंठम।
शुभ्रो आननं कम्बुसुजातकण्ठम्
निगूढ़ जत्रुम पृथुतुंग वक्षसम।
निगूढचत्रुं पृथुतुङ्गवक्षसम्
आवर्त नाभिं वलि वल्गुदरम च।
आवर्तनाभिं वल्गूदरं च
दिक् अम्बरम वक्त्र विकीर्ण केशम।
दिगंबरं वक्त्रविकीर्णकेशम्
प्रलंब बाहुम स्व अमर उत्तम आभम।
प्रलम्बबाहुं स्वम् अरोत्तम आभम्
तत्र अभवत भगवान् व्यासपुत्रः यदृच्छया गाम अटमान अनपेक्ष। अलक्ष्यलिंग निजलाभ तुष्टः पृत च बाले अवधूत वेशः। तं द्वि अष्टवर्षं सुकुमारपाद कर उरु बाहु अंश कपोल गात्रम चारु अयत अक्ष उन्नस तुल्य कर्ण शुभ्रु आडनम कम्बु सुजात कंठम निगूढ़ जात्रुम पृथुतुंगव चक्षसम आवर्तनाभिम वलिवल्गु उदरम च दिगंबरम वक्त विकर्ण केशम प्रलंब बाहुम स्वम सु अमर उत्तम आभम।
तत्र
हरे
अभवत्
कृष्ण।
भगवान् व्यासपुत्रः यदर्थया गाम अटमान अनपेक्षः अलक्ष्यलिङ्ग निजलाभतुष्ट वृतः च बालै अवधूतवेश त्वं द्वयष्टवर्षं सुकुमारपाद करोरुबाहौ बाहु असङ्क कपोलगात्रं चारु आर्यताक्षनस तुल्यकर्ण शुभ्रु आननं कम्बुसुजातकण्ठं निगूढजत्रुं पृथुतुङ्गवाक्षसम् आवर्तनाभिं वलिवल्गौदरं च दिगम्बरं वक्त्रविकीर्णकेशं प्रलम्बबाहुं सुअमरोत्तमम् आभम्.
Translation and purport by the Srila Prabhupada. At that moment, there appeared the powerful son of Vyāsadeva, who traveled over the earth disinterested and satisfied with himself. He did not manifest any symptom of belonging to any social order or status of life. He was surrounded with women and children, and he dressed as if others had neglected him. The son of Vyāsadeva was only 16 years old. His legs, hands, thighs, arms, shoulders, forehead, and the other parts of his body were all delicately formed. His eyes were beautifully wide, and his nose and ears were highly raised. He had a very attractive face, and his neck was well formed and beautiful like a conch shell. His collarbone was fleshy, his chest broad and thick, his navel deep, and his abdomen beautifully stripped. His arms were long, and curly hair are strewn over his beautiful face. He was naked, and the view of his body reflected that of Lord Krishna. Purport. The word Bhagwan is sometimes used in relation with some of the great devotees of the Lord, like Shukdev Goswami. Such liberated souls are disinterested in the affairs of this material world because they are self-satisfied by the great achievements of devotional service. As explained before, Shukdev Goswami never accepted any formal spiritual master, nor did he undergo any formal reformatory performances. His father, Vyāsadeva, was his natural spiritual master because Shukdev Goswami heard Srimad Bhagavatam from him. After this, he became completely self-satisfied. Thus, he was not dependent on any formal process. The formal processes are necessary for those who are expected to reach the stage of complete liberation. But Sri Shukdev Goswami was already in that status by the grace of his father. As a young boy, he was expected to be properly dressed, but he went about naked and was uninterested in social custom. He was neglected by the general populace, and inquisitive boys and women surrounded him as if he were a madman. He thus appears on the scene while traveling on the earth of his own accord. It appears that upon the inquiry of Maharaj Parikshit, the great sages were not unanimous in their decision as to what was to be done for spiritual salvation. There were many prescriptions according to the different modes of different persons, but the ultimate aim of life is to attain the highest perfectional stage of devotional service to the Lord. As doctors differ, so also sages differ in their different prescriptions. While such things were going on, the great and powerful son of Vyāsadeva appeared on the scene. A respectable personality is described beginning with the legs, and this honored system is observed here with Shukdev Goswami. He was only 16 years of age. A person is honored for his achievements and not for advanced age. A person can be older by experience, not by age. Sri Shukdev Goswami, who is described here as the son of Vyāsadeva, was by his knowledge, more experience than all the sages present there. Although he was only 16 years old, his bodily features indicate him to be different from common men. All the signs described in connection with the bodily features of Shukdev Goswami are uncommon symptoms, typical of great personalities, according to the physiognomical calculation. His bodily view resembled that of Lord Krishna, who is the supreme among the gods, demigods, and all living beings. Om Jnana Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Ena Tasmai Sri Gurave Nama Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Ena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Utpada Kamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavancha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Sri Vishakanvitancha Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyata Desha Tarine Vancha Kalpataru Vecha Krupa Sindhu Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Nama Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sri Vasadi Gaur Bhaktavranda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. We continuing Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1st, chapter 19, the appearance of Shukdev Goswami, Shloka 25 to 27. We try to understand. Here they describe mostly, they describe about the symptoms and position and his uh, capability of Shukdev Goswami, who is the son of Vyasputra, and he is very small in age, only 16 years old. But that is here they describe that a person is honored for his achievement, not for advance of age. That is described. Prabhuji will tell us in nicely, in detail. Hare Krishna. Vancha kalpataru bhecha kripa sindhu be evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavabhyo namo namah. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So the auspicious gathering of the saints has happened. All the saints, they are there. Parikshit Maharaj has requested the saints to kindly continue with the Krishna Katha, and the saints also know that something great is about to happen. And everyone understands the importance of Ante Narayana Smriti, which we came to know in the previous chapter. And everyone knows that Krishna has ordered Antakale Chamameva Smaran Muktva Kalevaram, that if you are able to remember him at the end of our life, then there is no chance of getting rebirth again. In such a great atmosphere, we find the arrival of Shukdev Goswami ji. He was a powerful son of Vyāsadeva ji, who in fact traveled all over the world. He was disinterested in any kind of material affairs. He was Atmaram, satisfied with himself. And as such, while Krishna has established the Chaturvarna, Chaturashram system, and each one is providing some symptoms of which Varna or which status of life a person belongs to. Here we find Shukdev Goswami ji not manifesting any of it. A brahmachari we know who is doing studies generally in white dhoti kurta. A grihastha, he is earning member, he is going out to do work. So maybe he is in clothes. A vanaprastha, because of his age factor, he has decided to retire. He is preparing for the retired way of life. So he is again back to the dhoti kurtas. And a sannyasi is using the saffron clothes. So we are easily able to understand it. Or even Brahmanas who would be very, very much polished in their talks, would be talking only of Krishna. The Kshatriyas who would be good built, who would be able to provide protection, who are knowledgeable. The Vaishyas who are busy in business affairs. They would be very intelligent with business activities. And Shudras, they are always working. They find happiness only in work. So everyone is giving some symptom of the social order or the status of life to where a person belongs. But Shukdev Goswami ji, he was not showing any symptoms. He was surrounded with women and children. And it is mentioned here that it was as if he had others had neglected him completely. Because Prabhupada ji explains in the verse, in the purport to us, that he was not wearing any clothes. So everyone considered that he is a madman. And that is why he was being surrounded by women and children. But the fact was, he was the most realized soul. He was the son of Vyāsadeva. His age mentioned here is very uniquely mentioned, twice of 8, Dvi Ashtavarsha. While it could have been mentioned Shodasha Varsha, it is mentioned Dvi Ashtaha. In Sanskrit, 16 means Shodasha. The reason, it wanted to show what is the importance. And then we see his bodily description. Such wonderful, delicately formed body. Eyes so beautifully wide and attractive face. Because his nose, his ears were highly raised. And beautiful neck like a conch shell. His whole bodily description. Long arms, curly hair. It reflects his body, it was reflecting the hue of Lord Krishna. And what is Krishna? What is Karna look like? Is this wonderful bhajan in Hindi? Maiya tu gori mai kyu kala. But then the black of Krishna is not black of the material world. When Prabhupada ji explained to the African people that Krishna is black, they were very happy. Oh, we are black, Krishna is black, so he is our God. Immediately Prabhupada ji said, no, he is not black like you. The material black color, it absorbs light. But Krishna's black color radiates light. Shama Varna, Shama Sundar. That is Krishna. And Sukdev Goswami ji was reflecting same things. So what we are seeing here are the divine form and characteristics of Shukdev. He appeared in this material world solely to deliver the supreme knowledge of Bhagavad Dharma. Now, something very unique which is also here is the word Bhagavan. Now, Bhagavan means one who possesses all opulences. Just like we have Vidyavan, Dhanavan, Bhagyavan. So, Bhagavan, Bhaga means opulences. So, since only Krishna possesses all the opulences, he is called as Bhagavan. But then here we find Shukdev Goswami is also being called Bhagavan. Why? The reason is sometimes this word is used in relation with great devotee of the Lord. Such liberated souls who are great devotees of the Lord, they are uninterested in the affairs of the material world. They are self-satisfied by achievements of devotional service. So Sukdev ji is called Bhagavan, divine, because he was fully self-realized soul, though he appeared as Vasudev soul. In fact, in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Prajahati Yada Kaman Sarvan Partham Manogatan Atmani Eva Atmana Tushta Sthita Prajna Tad Uchyate. So Krishna says, for Parth, when a man gives up all varieties of desire for sense gratification, which arise from mental concoction, and when the mind is thus purified, finds satisfaction in self alone, then he is said to be in pure transcendental consciousness. So, what it means is what we are seeing about Shukdev Goswami ji is same thing. One has to give up all kinds of sense desires which are manufactured by mind. Now, artificially, the sensual desires cannot be stopped. But if you are engaged in Krishna consciousness, then automatically they subside without efforts. So we need to engage ourselves in Krishna consciousness without any hesitations. Because devotional service will instantly help to reach the platform of transcendental consciousness. The highly developed soul, it remains satisfied in himself. It realizes himself as the eternal servitor of the Supreme Lord. And here, Shukdev Goswami ji had already reached that stage. And that is why he did not need any formal process. Formal processes are necessary for those who are expected to reach the stage of liberation. But Shukdev Goswami ji, he was already in that status because of the mercy of his father. You all know the story how he didn't want to take birth himself. He wanted to remain in the womb of the mother. And only when he was promised that don't worry, Maya will not overpower you, he took birth, he came out. But then he didn't do any seva to his mother or father, did not even talk to them. He simply left the house. And Vyāsadeva was running after him. He was ahead, Vyāsadeva behind, Shukdev in front, Vyāsadeva behind. And Shukdev just born without any clothes. He is running ahead. Vyāsadeva is calling, oh son, oh son. In fact, there's an episode where they pass by a lake where young girls are having a bath. Shukdev goes, no effect to the girls. But as soon as Vyāsadeva comes, the girls try to hide themselves with clothes. Now, Vyāsadeva gets confused. Why? I am an old person, my son is young, and the girls didn't do anything. So he asks why. So he gets the reply, your son has got no material affections, while you are having material afflictions. So we had to cover ourselves. This is Sukdev Goswamiji, eternally liberated. In fact, as a young person, anyone would expect a person to be properly dressed, but he went about naked. He was not interested in any social customs. So, what it makes us understand is that spiritual salvation that can be achieved only with mercy of Krishna. Now, Parikshit Maharaj had requested all the sages assembled there to guide him on what is to be done. He had specifically asked two questions: generally, what is to be done, and especially what is to be done when you know you're going to die. Sages couldn't arrive at any conclusion because there are many prescriptions, different modes, different prescriptions. The destination is same. Like as doctors, we see patients. We may give different medicines, different brands, but the ultimate objective is somehow to cure the patient. So sages also differed, and when there is difference, there's always an expert opinion which is taken. And here, Shukdev Goswami, the great and powerful son of Vyāsadeva, appeared for such expert opinion. In Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela, 19th chapter, we have heard Krishna Bhakta Nishkama Taiva Shanta Bhukti Mukti Siddhi Kami Shakali Asanta. Because a devotee of Lord Krishna is desireless, he is peaceful. Fruity workers desire material enjoyment, Dhyanis desire liberation, yogis desire material opulence, therefore they are all lusty and cannot be peaceful. Shukdev Goswami was the Shanta Bhakta, and for him everyone was equal. विद्या विनयन संपन्ने ब्राह्मणे गविहस्तिनि शुनि च एव स्वपाके च पंडिताः समदर्शिना. The humble sages by virtue of true knowledge see with equal vision a learned, a gentle brahmana, a cow, an elephant, a dog, and a dog eater. So Shukdev Goswami's appearance here is teaching us that liberation is beyond social conventions. He has appeared as a Avadhuta, beyond Varnashram. We are learning self-realization brings supreme satisfaction because he was Nijalabhatushta, content in spiritual knowledge. We are learning divine beauty is spiritual, not material. His form was enchanting due to his purity, not artificial ornaments. So this is why these shlokas are important. And these shlokas again reiterate the importance of describing anyone right from the legs as done here. And to make us understand that someone is honored for achievement, not for aged. So experience can make us older, not the age. So Shukdev Goswami ji is being respected here for his knowledge, though he was only 16 years old. The science which are explained about his body, they are all features, they are uncommon symptoms, they are available only with great personalities. And that is why it is mentioned and he is described as Bhagavana in these shlokas. So what these shlokas are doing is they're making us understand the essence of bhakti, complete surrenderance to Krishna, and freedom from material attachments. Thank you very much.